So I know y'all know I'm not through telling you about Colorado and all the fuckery. Also, I'm in the middle of braiding my hair down. You see me, bitch? The zigzags. Yes. Early 2000. Early 2000. So I was on OkCupid and I was like talking to some guy and I looked at all his pics. His pics didn't scare me or offend me or make me feel weird. All of the things on his details were filled in. Even his sign was filled in, but not his height. So I started looking at the pictures even harder and I'm like, is you tall or is you small? I couldn't tell. The pictures really didn't like let me see. There was no signs behind him, no doorways, so I couldn't really tell what the size of this man was. I was like, I'm gonna see if I like his personality, if I like the cut of his jib. We're gonna keep talking, we're gonna keep vibing. Cause I don't discriminate, okay? I'm a tall, Hagridic bitch, but I do like small people. I love short people, middle-sized people, people taller than myself. I don't have no type of sizest hate against anybody, but I will say that I think it's weird. And I think it's a weird thing because I feel like so many times I've gone on dates with people from OkCupid and it seems like consent is when I'm agreeing to have drinks. It seems like consent happens when I'm just online. It seems like people think that because I'm on a dating site that I'm trying to fuck, and I am, but like I'm trying to fuck after I establish that I want to fuck. You know what I mean? I want to know that I want to fuck you before, we're even talking about that. So for you to just pop off with some sexual shit, I'm not with it. So sometimes dudes will be creeps, but they will know, they'll be trained in bullshittery and fuckery, and they really will invite you out. And for them, that's consent. Like, for some people, consent doesn't even exist. So as soon as they hit you up, they're saying nasty, sexual ass shit. But other folks, they will talk to you like a regular person and you think like they're cool. But then, like, when you actually meet up, they think consent was that first drink. Or they think consent is you going to their house to like play video games or some shit. Like, a lot of cis dudes like really do think consent starts at all these different points, and they never think about the fact that like consent really isn't just, do you want to fuck? Yeah. Do you want to fuck? Yeah. It's not that. Actually getting to know the person is actually like, being able to infer on how that person is feeling and whether or not like what you're gonna say is gonna be appropriate or not. Asking to ask something that you feel is inappropriate or perhaps not something that that person was even thinking about. That's part of consent, is the buildup, is the intentions, intentional consent. You need to have your intentions outlined, and I feel like in ways lying on a dating site to me seems like you're a liar point blank. You don't even care enough to convey yourself truthfully online. So who knows what you're gonna try to spin me when we're in real life. So as I said, I did not see this man's height, but I wasn't tripping on it. I was like, eventually I'm gonna see this man, so I'm gonna know his height upon arrival. So it's not that deep to me. I wasn't really pressed about it. I thought he was cute, and that was that. So we get to talking about meeting up, and when I'm actually en route to meet up with him, because he didn't live that far from me, but he lived about a bus ride like down this one street, like really far down this one street away from me. And I'm on the bus and we're texting, and this nigga dead ass just hits me out of nowhere and tells me that he's 5'3". And I'm like, okay. And the thing is, when cis dudes measure themselves in every sense of the word, they be coming up a little extra. You know what I mean? So I was like 5'3", you say. 5'3". Okay. I tripped a little bit. I didn't trip on text. I was just kind of like New York with the cigarette on the bus, like looking out the window at a pigeon, just wondering if I could ever be that free. I'm like, it's chill. I was like, I like you as a person so far. You seem like a nice person so far. I'm not on some overlooking some shit. I'm just on some, your height really doesn't matter, at this point. Like, I don't think it ever really matters, but it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? If I wanted to trip about the height, I would have been like, bitch, why is your height not on your shit? Like, if I really wanted to trip, I would have, but I didn't. So, bitch, I get off this bus. And I'm looking around because I'm in a parking lot with a bunch of like little shops or whatever. And I see the framing shop that is his job. And I also see a dude on a skateboard next to a Panera. So I'm just like not sure if it's him or not. Cause I'm like, okay, like I seen your pics, but like you're telling me you're 5'3". So no, I'm like looking for a OD short motherfucker with a side sweat bang. Like that's what I'm looking for. So I'm looking around, and all of a sudden, I notice that the person on the skateboard is like zooming over towards me, like on some full speed ahead type shit. I turned off my music and I just started looking. I was like, are you them? And like when you first meet somebody offline, like you really do like that thing where you're like trying to analyze, like, are you the nigga that I've been looking at? Because like some folks do be catfishing. So I was like, my eyes was dancing and shit. I was like, are you who I think you're supposed to be? Bitch, peep this. This nigga didn't get off that skateboard the entire time I was with him. It was a feature of his life. Like, he was literally like, I'm gonna be 5'3" as long as I'm on this skateboard. And that's what it was. Because when he got off that skateboard, he was not 5'3", my nigga. I'm 5'10", 5'11", on a good wig day. He was not 5'3". I'm already a sight to see, you know what I mean? I'm a giant mermaid bitch, you know what I mean? Out in the earth. Like, all eyes on me, on some Tupac shit. Him and the skateboard had me dead. I can't lie. Him and the skateboard had me fucking dead. Because we're in Panera at this point. Like, the story progresses and both characters head on down to the fucking Panera. He asked me if I was hungry. He was like, did you eat? And I was like, no. And there's a Panera, and I really do love the bread bowls. And he was like, okay. So we go over there. This nigga had a Panera card, so I already knew he was about that life. So we eating at Panera, and this nigga is dead ass with a skateboard in Panera. Zooming around. Like, that is his legs. I was kind of just like, I would be on a date with a nigga at Panera Bread who's riding a fucking skateboard. Like, that's what would happen to me. Like, I'd be okay with just meeting up with a nigga and then he has a skateboard as his, like, main motherfucking, like, feet. Like, that's what he uses. So I was like, all right, girl. Live your life. I'm eating this bread bowl, bitch, because you know me, like, I'm not going to waste this fucking opportunity to get my grub on and to nourish my life force. So I was over here trying to listen to his beat, and he was low-key kind of boring. And I was like, well, you know, I'm getting some good-ass soup, but I'm with a boring nigga. And so I was kind of just sad about it. But then he starts telling me that, you know, everything that we talked about from beforehand was true, because he was like, my friends and I paint at my job because like we have a huge studio in the back and we just enjoy ourselves and smoke and drink and just have a cool time. So he's just like, after we're done eating, like if you're still down, because like I could tell he was like, is this bitch cool with me being Lil? And because he was like talking like I was going to just dip off on him. And it's like, bitch, cheddar broccoli soup is heavy. After I'm done eating this, I'm going to want to smoke. I'm going to want to drink. I'm going to want to chill. So yeah, I'm going to go with you and your friends. We're still going to have this whole shit happen. But honestly, like, I need to know, like, is the skateboard 24/7? Like, is a skateboard every day, mama? Like, I just want to know, girl. And so I didn't ask him this. This is things I was thinking. So when we leave, you know, he's on the skateboard again. Like, as soon as we got the booth, the shit was underneath his feet on the booth, and he was just ready to roll, nigga, like, goddamn. And so he's zipping along, and honestly, I'm slow as fuck. Like, I'm walking really slow. I got a fat bitch walk. So I'm fat bitch walking real slow, like, taking in my surroundings, you know what I mean, enjoying the leisures. And so when we get to his job, like, dead ass, like, no beats missed. Like, this nigga gets onto the fucking sidewalk with the skateboard, and then, like, is in front of the job with the skateboard under his feet, unlocking the door, and then skates on in and is just skating through this whole seemingly gallery. It's a framing company, so all they do all day is frame artwork and frame pictures and, you know, quotes and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of shit on the walls and there's like carpeting, and he's just zooming through the shit, no respect. And I'm like, okay. And there's dirt and shit on the shits. Like, it's dirty in there now. He done left his mark with his skateboard. So we go into the back. Everybody was painting and, like, figure painting. There's one girl posing, another girl painting, a dude, like, walking around, whatever. And it was cute. And we ended up having a cute little time back there. We smoked a little bit. We drank a little bit. I brought some ciders, you know, because I heard there was going to be people. I wasn't sure what to bring, so I was like, cider. you know, because some folks don't like beer and some folks don't like wine. So I'm feeling kind of right or whatever. And homeboy, like dead ass, like no lies. Like I only seen him walk like probably like 2 or 3 times the whole night. Like he was mainly on the skateboard, like mainly, and enjoying himself. And there was a little dog too, and they were putting the dog on the skateboard. It was cute. So then randomly he's like, "Oh, do you want to go back to my place and hang out?" And I was like, "Word, I'm down." Because like at this point it's getting kind of late, and it's like if I go to his place, like I know for myself I'm spending the night over there. And I was feeling him, you know what I mean? I was a little bit intoxicated, but I was feeling him more so. Like once I seen him actually paint and be in his element, I was like, you know what? You're kind of cute. I kind of fuck with you, you know? So we go to leave the fucking his job or whatever, and like this nigga is dead ass on the skateboard again, just zooming away from me, just like zooming all around. And I'm kind of feeling ways because I'm like, yo, like I didn't just travel all the way over here for you to be like zooming away from me. Like, what if I get snatched, bitch? Like, can you zoom back? I was just feeling kind of weird and neglected, and so I was getting kind of in my feelings. So when we got on the bus, I was telling him about himself. I was like, girl, I was like, listen, I was like, when we go home, like, let's walk together because I'm not really feeling you on the fucking skateboard, like, ignoring me and shit. I didn't say it that harsh, but that's basically what I meant. Like, why you doing this? Like, why you making me feel weird? Actually, this is a two-parter, bitch. So I know y'all know I'm not through telling you about Colorado and all the fuckery. Also, I'm in the middle of braiding my hair down. You see me, bitch? The zigzags. Yes! Early 2000. Early 2000. So I was on OkCupid. And I was like talking to some guy. And we're gonna keep talking. We're gonna keep vibing. Because I don't discriminate, okay? I'm a tall, hagridic bitch. But I do like small people. I love short people, middle-sized people, people taller than myself. I don't have no type of sizest hate against anybody. But I will say that I think it's weird. And I think it's a weird thing because I feel like so many times I've gone on dates with people from OkCupid, and it seems like consent is when I'm agreeing to have drinks. I couldn't tell. The pictures really didn't like let me see. There was no signs behind him, no doorways, so I couldn't really tell what the size of this man was. I was like, I'm gonna see if I like his personality, if I like the cut of his jib. And I looked at all his pics. His pics didn't scare me or offend me or make me feel weird. All of the things on his details were filled in. Even his sign was filled in, but not his height. So I started looking at the pictures even harder, and I'm like, is you tall or is you